Sometimes I think about my childhood, and it's so fragmented to me and broken up in so many places. And I was constantly in so much fucking suffering that, you know, it's really hard for me to remember anything good about it. It's really easy for everyone around me who made me experience those things to remember all the good things. But to me, all I could fucking remember is just fucking suffering, honestly. And, you know, I was talking to my fiance the other day about it. Would I have rather have gone through this as an adult? And I kind of thought about it and just laughed because, yeah, I honestly would have. I would have so much rather have went through all of those things I went through as an adult. To be honest, I am happy. I truly am. But there's always going to be a void in me, you know? There's always going to be the kid in me wondering what it would have been like to have a real family. You know, what it would have been like to go through my childhood not suffering, not feeling like I was always hated, not feeling like I didn't feel love. And even by the people who made me go through the things I went through, you know, it's all love. We loved you. We did everything for you. And, you know, it's always really funny hearing that because I never really recall feeling it myself. It's really easy for those people around you to think of all those good things and all those good times that you had, but to you, it's all just a fucking messy blur, and all you can remember is negative emotion. And as a child, I shouldn't be feeling that way. And I cope with it all the time, you know. Am I the problem? Is there something wrong with me? When my, you know, parent would come home drunk and flip all the shit in my room and beat me with a bell. You know, when my mom got kicked down the flight of stairs while she was pregnant with my sister that I've never met before because the person that impregnated my mom killed himself while she was pregnant. You know, it's like, you literally wonder if it's your fault. And that's why I would so much rather go through it as an adult, because you don't know right from wrong when you're young. You don't know how to perceive things. Everything is just a blur, and it's so hard to remember. So hard to remember what really happened and if it was you all along. And I cope with these memories, and the thing is, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. It doesn't matter what I go through or what you've went through. It matters if you can come out of it. Sure, there's always going to be a void sometimes in certain parts of your life. Sure, sometimes you might go through something really small, but it means a lot to you. And, you know, every time that you go through those things, it really makes you who you are. And even though I would have for sure went through a lot of the things I went through at a later stage in my life, I wouldn't take any of it back, because I wouldn't be who I am today. I'm gonna be honest with you. The gym was my escape, and it meant everything to me. It was the only thing in my life that I ever felt like I was truly talented at, or not only that, but something I truly loved. I feel like up until the point that I went to the gym for the first time, I never had felt passion like this before. The amount of times that I'd get to the gym and I would just cry before my workout. I'd put my hood up and cry. It's the honest truth, swear to God. You know, I'd have times I'd just cry. There was even a couple of times I cried while I was working out, and it was the only thing that I felt like I had control over in my life. After feeling like you basically have no one there for you, when that happens to you as a kid, when you grow up, you almost feel like you never really have control. And it was the only thing that I ever felt like I could have passion for and have full control over. And that's why I just fell in love with it. Sometimes I just wonder if it'll ever heal. It doesn't matter if I go to therapy or who I talk to or how many times I talk about it. Every time that I talk about my life, I just feel anger. Never feel sad, never cry. I don't really know how to feel those emotions too often. All I just get is fucking spiteful and resentful every time I think about it. And I don't think it's ever gonna go away. But I'll tell you one thing, life does get better. And sure, it'll always be a void in me, but it's not about the life that I had. It's about the life that I'm going to have. It's about my future, And if you were to tell me 8 to 10 years ago that I would be living in Los Angeles with the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my entire life, engaged to her, having 4 dogs, and having my own home gym and all these things, I just wouldn't have believed you. I just wouldn't believe my life could get that good. I just wouldn't believe that I could ever get out of the place I was in. And that's why it just takes time, guys. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and if I had to go through everything that I went through to end up where I'm at, I'd do it all over again. Sometimes in life, all that you honestly have to do is just keep fucking living. Sometimes you won't even know the purpose of it, because in that moment that you feel weak, you question, why am I living? You question, what's the point in all this shit? Why do I keep going? You don't even know why. But all that is just setting yourself up for the future, because you won't be sad for your entire life. Something will bring you joy. Life will change if you keep fighting. It's a guarantee. As long as you just keep fucking fighting and you keep going and you just never give up, you'll always fucking make it out in the end. For me, I had to go about 16 years, verbal abuse, physical abuse, alcoholism, asthma from cigarettes, living in a house where everything was always my fucking fault, being with a family that isn't even united by blood, and I find out as an adult, just fucking wondering, when the fuck is it gonna end? And eventually it did, and I just can't really look back at it. I've even tried to have the conversations, tried to tell these people how it is, what happened between us, and there's no accountability. I've already accepted there never will be, but that's okay, because now it's my turn. It's my turn to have a fucking life. It's my turn to have a kid and treat them and give them all the things that I never got. It's my turn to be a big brother to you guys and be a loving fucking person, because you can either become a horrible fucking person from this shit, or you can become a good person. It's only 2 options. And as hateful as the world is now, we all know at the end of the day, we all just want to be fucking happy, and we all want to be positive. Have you ever met a positive person in your life that doesn't make you smile? Like an overwhelmingly positive person? Let's be honest. We always crack a smile if they do. So, yeah guys, just never fucking give up.